it is. What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. So, a couple things going on. I see I got some new subscribers. So, welcome to the channel to watch some junk and me fix some junk. So, let me spin you around, show you what we got going on in the shop. Following the night project, the little night two-wheel drive flare side. My wheels came in. I mounted some tires for them. The fronts are getting 205 70 15s. The rear's getting 275 60 15s. The rimps are there. The tires should be here tomorrow, I guess. I don't know what the holdup was. So, I've been working on this 95 Bronco. Most of it's on the floor. So anyway, on this Bronco, and if you follow the channel, you know I talk a lot about rust, what rusts on these trucks and what to look for. And as you can see, that's the passenger side spring shock tower. And as you can see, it's pretty well shot. I mean, I kind of bent it up, taking it out of the truck once I got all the rivets cut off and got it out of the truck. As you can see, it's pretty shot. And that's pretty common on the East Coast and the Rust Belt. We find a lot of the shock towers trashed. Radius arm brackets, spring hangers. Got the new ones in. Set of new shocks. This is just a stock truck. This is a stock Bronco, so that's what he doesn't want to lift or nothing. Cut the rotors, repack the bearings. Somebody had already put a set of calipers on it, so we're going to, the bleeders work. We're going to try to roll with them. All new hoses, and I've been making all new lines. I just finished up this side here a little while ago. Got it all back together. This side here is already together. I got to fix this shock mount right here. As you can see, the end of it, right there in the end, the threads are broke off. They were rotted off. So I got to repair that. Put that together. I need a brass fitting for in there to replace where the two lines hook together, and that'll be done. The rears are done. All new brakes, hardware, wheel cylinders, and all new brake lines. I made all the lines in-house. Nothing really hard to do about brake lines. Take your time, bend them up. New brake hose on the rear, and then a new brake line down the frame rail. I still have to do the rear shackles. As you can see, they're rotted out. And a set of rear shocks. He wants me to go ahead and do them. Cut the drums on the rear and adjust them up, and then I can probably bleed the system out tomorrow. I thought I had one of those 3/16 brake tees here at the shop, which I did not. So it's coming along nicely. Again, like I said, this is a budget job. I'm working with a budget for the gentleman. To get it back on the road, get it so he can use it as a winter vehicle, summer truck, whatever he wants to do with it. But it'll be safe. So that's where I'm at with this project. Once I get that brake tee that I need, it's a little 3/16 tee. The one that was on it was just, I don't know what the hell happened to it. It was trashed. That's where the two front lines hook together, and then the line comes down and taps into that. So I need that. I thought I had some here, but it didn't. Put all new U-joints in the front, all new seals, repack the bearings. Of course, I already said that. And then once I get that done, I can put it on the ground and I can at least roll it out. And I have more junk to bring in here. There's I got a real prize that I'll share with you guys here. Probably tomorrow once I bleed these brakes out. I got a lifted Explorer that I got to fix a trans line on. That's a real jewel. So we'll save that for tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video on that when I bring it in here. But that's really it, man. There's really not a whole lot to talk about. Exciting, you know. I am going to start a new project. Of course, it'll be another Bronco. I've got another 96 Bronco that it's actually exactly the same as the 96 Bronco that I shared here on the channel. If you go back a bunch of videos, you'll see I called it Bronco Cheapskate. It was a Bronco I built on the cheap. I did almost all the same stuff on this truck, except I went a little deeper. Replaced like spring hangers and stuff that were rotted out on it. I did a set of 33. Well, it's got to be something that you got to touch and bump into when you're doing something. Set of 33 1250 15s on it with a 2-inch lift. So I have another 5.8 Bronco Eddie Bauer, exactly the same thing, same color and everything. it's a little bit rough around the edges, but I think I'm going to share it on the channel. And what I'm going to do with this Bronco is I bought this thing real cheap. Not this one behind me, but the one I'm talking about. I bought it a year and a half ago. It's got a 4-inch lift with long radius arms on it, full lift springs in the rear. It's got a 4-inch lift on it. It's got a 5.8 in it. It runs, but it's either got a broken head or it's got a blown head gasket or something. It huffs antifreeze out the exhaust. But at some point in its life, it had been laid on its side. So it's got some road rash on the quarter. The door don't match, but it's not a hateful truck. I originally bought it and was going to take all the suspension off and put it on this 96 F-150. But I decided not to because by the time you take everything off, of course, you're going to want to clean it up and paint it and everything. I ended up just going out and buying all brand new stuff for this truck. And I wanted to, and the Bronco's only got a 4-inch lift. I wanted a 6-inch lift on this 150 because I want 35s on it. So I ended up not doing that to the truck. And I was out back the other day looking at it. I was like, man, what do I want to do with this thing? What do I want to do with this thing? Now, Bronco Cheapskate was going to be a cheap wheeler, cheap driver. I've been driving it almost every day to work. And, you know, it's got a little crust around the wheel wells and a little bit of crust in the back. But the thing has 140,000 on it. It's a 5.8. And I'll tell you, after I got the front end lined up, the thing drives so well. If you're interested, go back some videos and you'll see me doing shock towers in it, ball joints, U-joints, yada, yada, yada. But the truck is really clean inside. The top's never been off of it. AC, power window, it's an any power truck. So it's a really nice Bronco. And once I started driving, I was like, man, I really kind of hate to off-road this thing and kind of beat it up because that's originally what the plan was. But it drives so well. And I've been driving back and forth to work. I mean, it's a great driver. And since I already have this other one, and it's a little rough around the edges, and it's already got 4-inch lift on it, it's going to need tires, I thought, because I've always wanted a Bronco with no doors, no top, just like a Jeep. So that's what I'm going to do with this 95 Bronco. First I'm going to do, I got to go through all the brakes. It's got no brakes. I don't know if it's got a brake line, but I'm just going to go through the entire brake system, check the ball joints, all that crap. It does need spring towers as well. Go figure, East Coast truck. So I'm going to do all those repairs to it. I'm going to pull the motor. I don't know anything about the motor. I do know the motor is blue in the truck, and the motor should not be blue. Motors are always gray in all your OBS trucks. So the motor's been out of it, replaced. I don't know. I don't know if it's a reman motor or a junkyard motor. They painted blue. I have no idea. So what I want to do is I'm going to get the truck in the shop in the next week or so, once I get caught up on some work. I'm going to yank the motor, pop the heads off of it, and go through it. Now, the reason I decided to pull the motor instead of just pulling the heads is this way I can reseal the motor and make sure that it's a good motor. Because if I'm going to make this thing a wheeler / driver, last thing I want to do is be stuck out in the woods and the thing starts knocking or something I could have prevented ahead of time. So that's what I want to do. I want to get the motor straightened out, brakes on the truck straightened out, get all the lights and all working, go get it tagged, then I'll bring it back and I'll gut the interior, yank the doors, yank the top. I believe I'm going to put a cage in the truck. We're going to run 33s on it. You know, just kind of, I'm going to cut the truck up some to make it a decent wheeler. I'm going to build some custom bumpers and stuff. So if you're into these trucks and you enjoy them, hang out. This might be something you might want to check into. So look, holler at your boy. I'm going to go get some dinner because stomach number 12 is empty. And I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.